Hey boos, in this video, I give commentary based on my opinion. Nothing is to be taken as factual. We are just here to have conversation. We don't expose and we don't sip tea on this channel. I'm giving you real talk straight, no chaser. Let's see if you can handle it.
Cause I'm a boss. I haven't done anything for you to be proud of.
Of course you have. You are marrying a man who can support you.
Hello. I know I have been MIA because I'm still sick. It's going on 2 weeks now. I still haven't gotten my voice back. I don't know when I'm going to get my voice back, but it's been a minute. But today I was just like, I want to get cute. I want to do a video. So here I am. Let's get into it. We got to get into it because I was going to talk about the Morgan Bailey random man from Atlanta situation. And I held off on it. And then the worst thing that a woman can ever experience is the R in the P word, which we're going to get into that. So let's go ahead and get into it. Thank you for the compliments. Thank you. So sweet. Thank you. That is so sweet. Okay. And yes, we're going to start with Morgan. We're going to start with Morgan. You know, Morgan is like, she's one of those girls where a man has to do her beyond dirty for her to like leave him alone. She's just one of those girls. It's a sad case to witness because I wouldn't wish this on any woman. I mean, I don't really care for Morgan like that, but I still wouldn't wish this on any woman because this is like the worst thing ever. But let's just get into it. For those that don't know Morgan's story, let's start with that first because I know some of you are not familiar with Morgan. Morgan is a TikToker. She grew rapidly on TikTok and became very popular because she started doing story times regarding her baby daddy. And so she labeled this man the random man from Atlanta. And so that's a running joke. It's a running hashtag. It's all over TikTok. And you may even find it on X. So let's get into her story time of how she grew such a large following and how she became popular with her story times. So let's go ahead and start there. And then we can get into what just recently happened.
I got dumped and became a single mom at 23. So basically, I was living. It's not fun, by the way. Here, so I was living in Georgia with her dad. We had like our own life, our own apartment, our own everything, obviously. When I got pregnant, I was like, okay, having kids gonna be hard because my parents live in Michigan. So he was like, okay, let's just move up to Michigan. You can have help with your parents, whatever. We mutually agreed to come to Michigan, right? So we moved to Michigan together. He gets like super depressed. I get super depressed because obviously like I'm towards the end of the pregnancy. I'm big as fuck. I just was not thriving. I wasn't happy at all. Like I left my job. I left my apartment. I left all my friends in Georgia. So anyways, we move up here. We just were not clicking. We were not getting along. He was being so mean to me. Like seriously, just so mean. Like that's all I can say. So finally, my birthday's on Valentine's Day, so 4 days before my birthday, he was like, yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow. And I can't explain it. But anyways, long story short, he's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, okay, whatever, like go. He's like, tell me if you want to be in a relationship, because if not, like I'm leaving. And I was like, no, go, like whatever the fuck. A bitch did not think he was gonna leave. Okay. In the morning, he packed everything up and he left. He literally just like kissed Yana and was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this. He didn't take his clothes. He didn't take his shoes. He didn't take like anything. He didn't take his kid. He didn't take me. And he just like hopped down the road and drove back to Georgia. And then this was 4 days before my 23rd birthday. So I was 22. Finally, Valentine's Day rolls around, which is my birthday, 4 days after he ditched me. I found out he moved in with his ex and they have a kid. Well, he has 6 kids. Yeah, we haven't seen him since. So it's just us now. We're just vibing together. I love her. If you guys see him, he's somewhere in Atlanta, so just let me know. Tell him he forgot his kids. Hi guys. So yeah, no, if I knew that random man in Georgia that I had a baby with had 6 kids, I would have just packed it up and went and slept with Nick Cannon himself. No, absolutely not. No. Matter of fact, I was pregnant at the same time that another girl was pregnant, and I think he had just popped out a baby 2 weeks ago. I don't even know the whole story at this point. Now trying to figure it out, but my kid is super cute.
According to recent news, that was a lie. She knew about them kids prior. She knew at least about one of the kids because the baby mama before her, I believe, I don't know which number, one of the numbers outed Morgan out saying that she knew about the other baby mama. She knew that he at least had one child. So we're now finding out that that was a lie. But at the time, that is the story that she told. And at the time, that is the story that people believed. But as of today, she got exposed with receipts, and that ended up being a lie, which was why a lot of women felt bad for her, because it's like, damn, you're like the sixth baby mama and you didn't know about none of his other kids. You didn't. So a lot of women felt bad because we thought that she was bamboozled, but in reality, that was a lie. So she came online playing the victim with that. But let's continue.
All right, part 2 on how I became a single mom at 22. Or no, yeah, I was 22. Oh my god. So yeah, so you guys know how he left. He went back to Georgia. He moved in with his ex-girlfriend, whatever. But let's backtrack to the day that he left, and I'm gonna make her bottle while we're doing this. She's about to go to sleep. Sad, about to go to sleep because it's 7:30 and that's my bedtime. But yeah, so he left. He left all his shit. Like I said, he left his whole life behind, his clothes, his shoes. He left his kid. He left me. I thought we were like gonna get married or whatever, but I think that when I got like pregnant, I became unattractive to him. And then I ended up like having to take some time off towards the end of my pregnancy. So I like wasn't making any money or anything. So I was like useless to him at that point, I guess. I don't really know. And then I had an emergency C-section. So when I had that emergency C-section, I know he didn't like my body. So hence why I feel like he was depressed, because I just went from being like happy, silly, little old me to, I don't know, I was just like so sad and depressed. But I was like getting there. I was like slowly like getting my life back together and back on track and coming out of postpartum. So I was a month postpartum, and she was 30 days old when he decided to leave. He literally just basically got on the phone with his mom, and she was just telling him like, I think you're still hung up on your ex. I think this is why you and Morgan won't work out, and da-da-da-da. And he
say, what? It's a bit too late for that conversation, mama. Like, see, sometimes you have mothers like these that coddle these dudes to make them think that, okay, they just run away from their responsibilities, encouraging him to go back with the ex. You should have been talking to him about that probably a few babies ago. Like, I know you must have a lot of confidence in that mother to go ahead and be able to take care of that child on your own, but you don't want to have any control over the opportunities that you give your own child or the protection that you give your own child. Like, that don't make any sense to me. And the fact that his mom would encourage him to just leave, that shows me a pattern that she may have encouraged before. It's not saying that she did, but it shows me that there's a possibility that she's encouraged this behavior before.
He literally, the day he left, he would not look at me, you guys. Like, I this is so embarrassing to say, but I dropped to my knees begging him to stay because I was so scared. I had only been a mom for 30 days. I was straight out of a C-section, so I couldn't even like move around. Yeah, it was so bad. Yeah, so
let's highlight the fact that she said she dropped to her knees and she begged this man to stay. She begged this man to stay on her knees. Okay, we just gotta highlight that part, because see, I kind of overlooked that. Not gonna lie, I overlooked that the first time, but now I'm like, girl, you dropped to your knees and you begged this man to stay. Man, that's crazy. Okay.
he just left. Like, and I remember I probably called him like 80 times before he hit Ohio. Okay. Yeah, I think he was like blocking me like most of the times. So I just had no contact with him for most of the drive there, which really sucks because I was like sitting in my room, like literally like, should I die now? But no, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. Don't do that. Yeah, so I stayed in my room for like 3 weeks. I lost a lot of weight. He sent me flowers on my birthday, which is kind of like an asshole thing to me because he literally moved in with his ex on the same day that he sent me flowers. Say, yeah, that was rude. She's like, girl, hurry up. Here, Gigi, you want your bottle? She's gonna go to sleep after this. Say, I can grab my own bottle and go to sleep. Good job. My baby is so grown. I love you, Gigi. Oh my goodness, this is so cute. But have a good night. That was part 2. All right, y'all. So part 3 on how I became a single mom at 22. This one's really depressing. So I'm literally gonna try not to cry. LOL. So he goes back to Georgia. Obviously, I am still in Michigan. Literally depressed as all could be. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. It sounds crazy to say. Like, now looking back, I had no money, no like. I literally lost everything. Okay, no money, no job, no nothing. Like, my life was torn into literal pieces. Okay. So basically, he's obviously in Georgia, and like he's like kind of like, I'm thinking we're gonna get back, but also I'm like, I don't know at this point. So, oh my god, where's your scoop feeders? So, like, the day that I found out he moved in with his ex-girlfriend, it was 3 a.m. right, minding my business. I hadn't slept in days, you guys. Like, I was losing mad sleep over this shit. I was so sad. So I of course 3 a.m. ding ding ding, I get a fucking notification of somebody requesting me, messaging me on Facebook. Bitch, I scroll over and guess who it is? Oh my god, one of his baby moms sends me a 2-page message hey, Morgan, I don't know what you and blank name have going on, but by the way, and she just sends me everything. Mind you, basically, I guess, and while we were in Georgia, apparently she lived around the block from us, right? So he was telling me he would like be going to like Atlanta or like something like that and like going and like staying there and just like being with her. And they had like literally a whole family. Like he was taking her son to school every single day. Like, and that wasn't even his son. Like they have a kid together, but like he was basically playing stepdad to these other kids while I was at home pregnant with his kid. Funny as fuck now that I think about it. But she messages me, right? And she's all like, he was sending me videos of you guys doing the nasty. I was 21 when he was sending these videos without my consent because I didn't know they were taken, by the way. I own a truck, right? I own a brand new truck. I guess he was driving around in my truck every single day. He barely let me use my own truck.
Now we have to fast forward to today because we have to go back before we can go forward for the people that are trying to figure out who is this girl, right? I get it. But sis, this is not the first time that he did the whole revenge PORN. This is the second. And you trusted this man again. And you see what I be saying? Like the compassion that women want us to have for their situations like this is hard. It is. Because I'm going to say it. Like you really got to be a dumb bitch. You know what I mean? Like you really do. You got to be dumb as fuck. I think that needs to be said because, like, why in the hell would you trust someone again when you know what they're capable of doing? It's like, at this point, you're not bamboozled. You are participating. You're a participant. You're not bamboozled. You're clearly aware of what you signed up for. You signed your name on the dotted line. The release form, you signed it. That's how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at it like, oh my gosh, why? What happened? Like, oh my gosh. It's like, girl, the hell? What did you think was going to happen? If he did it once, he was going to do it again and again and again and again. Especially if you didn't do nothing about it the first time. I don't know who's worse, her or Krishan. Like, I really don't. I don't know who's worse, her or Krishan. They're in the same bracket. They're in the same arena to me. Because that's crazy. That's crazy. And you know what's even crazier? How they get support. If this was a Black woman, I don't even need to say the rest. If this was a Black woman, come on now.
She told me, oh yeah, he told me that you bought his truck for him, all this shit. And like basically just saying like every single day he was going home doing X, Y, and Z with her and then coming home and doing X, Y, and Z with me. When I confronted her about it, his words were, at least I showered in between. That's so sad. All right, y'all, part 4 while I make her a bottle because she's an angry little child today. Say, Dieter Weeder Peters is angry. You don't need that. So you guys keep asking, did he take his stuff with him or like what kind of stuff did he leave? Well, he left me, he left his kid, he left all of his clothes, all of his shoes. He left a whole ass 2 t-shirt presses. He left a whole ass 22-foot long food truck, whatever the frick you want to call it. Mind you, he left it in my parents' friend's backyard, and they texted me like, hey, we need this out of my backyard. And I was too scared to say like, hey, like he fucking dipped on us. I don't know where he's at. So instead, I just like paid for storage, and it's like $235 to keep the storage, which he won't pay for. I have to pay for it out of pocket, so that kind of sucks ass. Yeah, he left his phone. He left everything but his chains. Now that I think about it, they're probably dangling in his ex-girlfriend's face right now as we speak. And one of the worst parts about this is that I had like a whole like apartment stuff, obviously, because I had my own apartment, and he made me give it all away because he didn't feel like bringing it to Michigan, like all my pots and all my pans and like all my stuff from my apartment. And then he was like, well, I'm just gonna buy new ones when we get our own place in Michigan. So now I don't have anything for my apartment. I have to start from scratch. Yeah. Oh, and then you guys are asking me if I'm friends with the other baby moms. Honey, this is not sister wives. I don't want to be their friend. But when Gianna grows up, if she wants to be her sister's friends or whatever, they can be besties. But I'm not participating in that shit. I'm not putting my clown suit on for this bullshit. And then on top of that, before he left, his ex-girlfriend, which he's now with, was like wanted to be my friend so bad. Like she always wanted to be my.
The clown suit was on. It was already on, sis. It was there. It was already on. You had the clown nose, the clown wig, clown shoes, the clown outfit. It was already on. I don't know. Yeah. And then you know what's even crazier about this entire situation? She thinks she's better. Just hear it in her voice. Oh, I don't want to be friends with them. I don't want to be sister wives with them. Girl, you're the 6th baby mama. Okay, the only one that can be, oh, I'm too good is the first one. The rest of y'all, no, I'm sorry. I'm not buying that. You're the sixth one. Your clown suit was on as soon as you read on that test that you was pregnant. The only one that can disassociate would be like a Mariah Carey. You know what I mean? You, the sixth, no, I'm sorry. Like that's crazy. No, ma'am. No.
Friend, she was always trying to get me to come to Atlanta and stay with her, which is just weird. I think she wanted to, which is nasty. Yeah. And then she even invited me to move in. He told me a few weeks ago, oh, you can come and live with us. I just want to do polygamy. Is that the word? Bitch, please. I would never. You want our bottle, waddle. Say yes, mom. Say yes, Gigi wants our bottle. You can't be lazy. You can do it. Good job, Gigi. Good job. Say good job.
All right, so I told y'all Buddy came to give his side of the story. Check out food right here.
Random man in Atlanta comes forward.
Well, there's always two sides to a story. Again, her side, my side.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not sitting here listening to his side. I already heard his side. It's BS. All right. So we're just gonna move on. But let's fast forward to today. Okay, so Morgan gave you her story time about her situation with her baby daddy. Now, recently, and when I say recently, I would say within the last month or so, this woman came on TikTok saying that her and her baby daddy are co-parenting, right? Okay. I would assume you already had that in place, okay? But it wasn't given that. It was giving they were sleeping together. He moved back in with her. Day one, when she came online and she was saying that they were co-parenting, I already knew what was up. He was back in between them legs, just being honest. He was getting what he wanted from her. And she was delusional about it. Like, she really thought, like, oh, I got him back. Oh, like, he's here to stay. Like, girl, he came for that money. He came for a place to stay and some food to eat and some booty that he wanted access to, and it would be free range. That's what he came back for. But she thought that he came back to co-parent and create a family. Sis. And you know what was so crazy was she really bought it. Like, I was like, wow, like, I don't want to believe that she bought this, but she did. Not only that, apparently she was giving this man money as well. It was a rumor going around on TikTok because he blasted her on his TikTok live that she gifted him like $30,000. And when I heard that, I was like, wow, this man really gonna have to do her in so dirty to where she'll leave him alone. And here we are today. So he posted revenge porn of her on TikTok live. I think it was last night or the night before. And so she has to respond. This is her response.
Posted revenge porn of me last night, and honestly I don't think any of us are surprised because this should be a major lesson for everybody on here. Whether you hate me or not, when somebody shows you who they are, literally just believe them. You'll save yourself a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of energy. I could be somewhere balled up crying right now, but I'm literally not. I'm really calm about the whole entire situation because I know at the end of the day, literally God has my back. God does not like ugly. I don't have much to say about the situation, but if you support that or you think that's okay, please go ahead and exit off my page and unfollow me and literally block me because that's actually disgusting. And you have to like be so low from the depths of hell to post revenge porn on anybody, especially if the video was never even consented to. And I've never in my life consented to any video like that being taken. I've changed my content around tremendously from when I've started TikTok because I know that my kid's going to grow up and see these videos. Now, I think people get it confused, but I'm a mom before I'm a TikToker. So when you guys see me making parenting decisions on other people's lives and this and that and bashing me for it, just know that I've literally been the one taking care of her since day one and without any help. I have a 20-minute video literally sitting in my drafts clearing my name on every single lie that I've been accused of telling on this app with receipts and dates to prove it. But honestly, I don't even have time to explain myself to strangers anymore at this point. If you hate me so much, you can unfollow. I'm not even trying to be funny. I'd rather lose followers than have any more drama on my page. And if you support anybody posting revenge porn on somebody and you think that's funny or you think that that's cute in any way, shape, or form, please go ahead and exit because you're actually a disgusting person on the inside and out. And there's a special place in hell for you guys. I'm a grown woman and I say wholeheartedly that whoever somebody's sleeping with has never bothered me. So the fact that people want to know and want to coochie monitor me so bad is like beyond me, because I have a kid with this person. Contrary to belief, I've never been a hoe. I've never been anything like that. I literally have probably the lowest body count that a 24-year-old can possibly have. I think it's very normal to spin the block on somebody and give them another chance. Take it from me, if you literally leave my page today, block me, and never come back, at least just remember this one thing: when somebody shows you who you are, you let them and you run far away from them and you never give them another chance. This video is not for any sympathy or anything like that. It's just simply being the bigger person and growing up and realizing that some people just take stuff too far. The whole situation is just dead to me. I don't feel bad for myself. I'm not a victim or anything. I'm just like really truly over it. And if you guys think that this is funny, okay, here you go. Have your laugh. Comment all the clown emojis as you can. But honestly, this is like real life, and if I was telling the story years from now, you guys would be praising me. But since I'm going through it full speed and allowing the internet to view me underneath the microscope, for some reason that warrants me to have a shit ton of hate on this app and be called all types of names and a bad mom and this and that and every name underneath the book pretty much. But you guys can have a field day in the comments. Just know that when I go back to Michigan and I'm being labeled as a bitter baby mom, this is why. I'm protecting my peace and my kids' peace from here on out, and I owe nobody an explanation. My child's father posted...
Yeah. First of all, we didn't ask to be in your business. The internet did not ask to be in your business. You decided to come online and tell the internet your business. That's number one. Number two, spending the block with a man that abandoned you after you had his child and you had a C-section. He abandoned you and he left you, and you decided to give him a second chance after you found out that he had all of these other women. He had all of these other baby mamas, and he had like another girlfriend on the side. You decided to give this man a second chance. You decided to allow this man to spin the block. Why? I don't get it. Like it in my mind, it don't make sense. In my mind, that man ain't loyal to nobody but himself. It don't even seem like he likes himself. So a person that don't like himself and he just going around creating broken homes, that man ain't gonna do right by you. That's crazy. That this whole situation is crazy. And this is why, like, ladies, I have to be honest with you. Like, the main reason why I don't care about the 4B movement is because women won't close their legs. Like, you keep sleeping with these men. So prove me wrong. The reason why I really don't give a shit about the 4B movement is because you won't close your legs. And it's really that simple. Show me that I'm wrong about you. Otherwise, I could care less. Because we've been saying, protect your womb, protect your womb. You got to go out here and create another movement that involves you closing your legs, and you want me to be convinced that you're going to be successful at it when you didn't do it the first time. I'm not a believer. I'm sorry. The reason why Korean women are going to be successful, and I'm just keeping it real. You can be mad at the truth because you're not mad at me. You're mad at the truth. The reason why they will be successful is because their culture, their cultural norms support that movement. An out-of-wedlock birth is looked down upon. It's not praised. No one is throwing those ladies a baby shower. No one. Okay? They're looked down upon if they have a baby out of wedlock. Here in the U.S., we just keeping it real. Here in the U.S., you get celebrated. Here in the U.S., people throw you a baby shower. So the reason why it's not going to be successful, the reason why I really don't give a shit is because I know the truth. And I'm not about to be delusional about it. The only thing I'm about to do is worry about myself because that's all I have control over. But another movement and another movement and another movement, when really you should have already been successful by now if you was really about it. But it really comes down to you closing your legs, and you refuse to do that. Those women in Korea, they're closing their legs, which is why they're successful, which they're able to make shit happen. Here in the West, I mean, the music it doesn't even support the 4B movement. The music, it encourages you to go out here and be promiscuous. It doesn't encourage you to close your legs. So you want me to be convinced? How? I'm going off of what I see and I'm going off of what I know. And because I know better, I'm going to focus on myself. Because in order for you to really be successful with the 4B movement, you have to close your legs. So situations like this wouldn't even be occurring. People online wouldn't even be able to have a following about being a sixth baby mama. So prove me wrong. I challenge you. Prove me wrong. I will come on here and apologize. But until then, I'm just not convinced. I'm not. And this is why I don't care. Because if we were successful, those other movements would have worked. We wouldn't have had to create another one and another one and another one and another one. You either about it or you not. And I'm from Missouri. Missouri is a show me state. So show me I'm wrong about the 4B movement. Show me I'm wrong. And then I will be convinced. But until then, we got another 6 baby mama. Okay, where her baby daddy just did her in, posted revenge porn of her on TikTok. I don't know what else to say other than, honestly, she should have known better. She should have. She really should have. Because if some random girl can message you on Facebook and say, yeah, your baby daddy was sending me videos of you, why would you ever trust that person ever again? I don't get it. Having a child, you had a child with a man that you can't trust. You had a child with a man that you shouldn't trust. Yeah, in Japan and South Korea, they're very conservative, and their culture, their cultural norms, their cultural standards is going to support that movement. Here in the West, I'm sorry, but our culture, it just does not support a movement like that. So I'm going to say what no one else is saying. I'm not going to get emotionally invested in another movement. If women are serious, show me you're serious, because that's where we're at with this. Show me you're serious. Okay, show me, because I'm just not convinced. And honestly, that was why I said, I think last year, separation is needed, because there are women that are really about it, and then there are women that are not. And the women that are really about it, I want to rub elbows with those women. I want to have conversations with those women. I want to be friends with those women, because they're really about it and we're on the same page, and I want to share energy with them. But the girls that are just all talk and they're not really about it, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to wear the clown suit, like I don't want to wear the clown suit. Yes, Panda, I agree with that. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, like it's just like, we got to be about it, ladies. Honestly, that's where I'm at. Like I said, prove me wrong. I will apologize. If you could prove me wrong, listen, I will apologize and I will give you your flowers. But until then, I'm not convinced. I'm sorry. But shout out to the ladies that are really about it, because I see you, girl. I see you. I'm trying to, I think let me see if I could share this, because this had me on the floor. Is it this one? I think this is a stitch.
Father posted revenge porn of me last night. This should be a major lesson for everybody on here.
Morgan. Jesus Christ. I want to start by saying revenge porn? No. Okay? And random man from Atlanta is real fucking ridiculous. He's an ass and he thinks this shit is a game. He gonna comment under somebody's video, and did she go home this morning? Baby girl, it is time to close up shop. First of all, why would we be the ones who will be learning a lesson? What's happening? And then you have the nerve to have the camera set up in the bathroom, putting on makeup, knowing damn well that that man is in the house with you. Oh. And then what's frying me is she's been going live with like one of these tea pages that I've been seeing, and they're just a kikiing. What the fuck is funny? As somebody who has, dealt with a narcissist before, okay, I don't judge her as much as other people judge her because I genuinely understand you could have Michelle Obama level intelligence. When you fucking with a man that is that type of crazy, you will have not only everyone else questioning your intelligence, you will be questioning your own intelligence.
My child's father posted revenge porn of me last night. This should be a major lesson for everybody.
Personally, I don't need the lesson. Just being, I don't need it. Cause that's crazy. That's crazy. So that's really all I got for Morgan. Honestly, I think we all should have blocked her like Risa Tisa did. Because Risa Tisa was really about it. And a lot of people was like, oh, she not about it. Risa Tisa, she was really about it. So I stand with the women that are really about it. But girl, you got to have a backbone. You do. You have to have a backbone. If you really are about it, you gotta have a backbone. And Risa Tisa, she may not have had a backbone in the beginning, but she got her backbone. Okay. And Morgan, I'm gonna just say she's trying to find her backbone. She's trying to find it. Okay. Let me go ahead and move on to the next topic. Ashanti announced that she is engaged and she is pregnant. How do y'all feel about that? Honestly, I'm choosing to be happy for Ashanti. Okay. I'm choosing to be happy. Like a long distant friend or long distant family member, I'm choosing to be happy. She's happy. I'm going to be happy for her. All right. Honestly, I would have liked to see her with someone else. It's just my honest opinion, but this is who she chose, and I'm just going to be happy for her. So congratulations to Ashanti and Nelly. They're engaged and they're expecting. That's all I got. Okay. That is all I got. But yeah, she made that announcement. All right. So let me see. And I also know, like, she really wanted a child, y'all. She really wanted a child. She wanted the family. She wanted the marriage. She really wanted it. Okay. So honestly, I have not been paying attention to Red Pill. I haven't been paying attention to that side of social media. But so Taylor, the girl that helps me run my Instagram, she posted this men in their 5B movement video. And y'all, when I tell you I am dying inside, when I was watching this video, I was on the floor because this was the fun. I haven't seen something this hilarious in a very long time. So let me just go ahead and play this video because this had me on the floor.
Of introducing to you the 5B movement. The 5B movement is a complete rejection of feminism, working women, career women, and it is complete support of traditional women, housewives, pick-me women, and we're calling for all men to leave women alone until you are able to afford a housewife.
Yeah. Yes, do that. Fuck. Oh, Lord. Literally, this is what we've been asking for. Leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah.
One thing, quick. When do we start? Can we start now? Like now?
I have the pleasure of introducing to you.
Y'all, I'm sorry, but that had me on the floor. It really did. It had me on the floor because I was like, wow, they finally gonna leave us alone. But you know what's even crazier? I want women to take a very good look at this man. Do you see him? Okay. Do you hear him?
A housewife.
Okay. Those are the men that you arguing with in the comment section, wasting your time. You would not date that man in real life. And I want you to know that's who you going back and forth with in these comment sections. A man you wouldn't give a second of your time in real life. Which is why, if it wasn't for Taylor, I would have missed this whole 4B, whatever the hell they over there talking about. Because I would never talk to a man like that. Ever. I would never waste my time, my energy, engage in talking to a man like that. But I just want y'all to know, when you in your keyboard and you going back and forth, that is who you arguing with. And that's who you deciding to give your time and your energy to. Me, ain't no way. Ain't no way. Because in real life, I would never. And that's the thing. It's like these weirdos have access to us. And you got to know when you dealing with a weirdo and just go ahead and block him, because he shouldn't even have access to you. He wouldn't have access to you if it was offline. So why are you giving him access? So I have to highlight that. Like, please, for every man that want to argue with you in the comment section and you about to respond, think of this man here and think about all the other men that are like him, and that is who you're wasting your time on. Okay? That's who you talking to, that's who you arguing with, that's who you're trying to prove a point to. No, I'm not wasting my time with that. No, ma'am. I'm sorry. I would never talk to him in real life. I would never give him my time or attention. So no. So that's who y'all arguing with. And I just wanted to highlight that, like a Myron, a Fresh, I would never talk to them in real life, ever. So I just don't see the point in going back and forth with them at all. All right. And I think that's how women need to start approaching these spaces, because these men would not have access to you in real life, and you're giving them access by arguing with them about your wants and your standards, when in reality, you're not even looking to that type of man in real life at all for anything. Oh yeah, the older black males on TikTok is concerning. I never really noticed. So just keep that in mind the next time you respond to some bullshit that they wanted to send you, because honestly, you wouldn't even give that man the time nor the day. Okay? You really wouldn't. Let's move on to Jason Lee and Cam Newton. Jason was recently on his podcast and things got a little uncomfortable for Cam. So let's see what the situation was all about.
It's not going anywhere. Yeah. A man having multiple women, that's that nigga. A woman having multiple men, she a hoe.
Hold on. He's that nigga until they have hella kids, and then that nigga ain't shit because they don't take care of him.
No, you can't say that, because I'm that nigga that you. But I got a lot of kids.
But you also, even if you weren't as hands-on, you have worked yourself in a way to where you've had a successful career and can be a provider. Sure. A lot of men that are dropping dick off ain't providing shit, but STDs, kids they don't want to take care of, and a lot of excuses for being a no shit nigga.
So
wait, and that is every woman watching is in the background cooking like, hold on, let me watch this show, because this nigga right here watching it ain't shit. A lot of them watching it right now. A lot of women I know right now settle for a no good nothing ass dropping dick off. Dick don't even work all the time, by the way. Ass nigga.
But can I ask you?
But guess what? They got a cute little baby as an ornament to sit by a fireplace and take a picture for Instagram during Christmas. Fuck out of here.
Double standards aren't.
Did he lie? Did Jason lie? And you know what? I'm not really a big Jason Lee fan, but did the man lie? No, he did not lie. He told the truth. And it made Cam very uncomfortable. It made him very uncomfortable. And I was wondering when he was going to have a guest on his show that was going to be real with him. And it was Jason Lee. And it made him very uncomfortable. It made him uncomfortable. So Cam sat there uncomfortable and Jason Lee read him to Phil. And I think we can all agree that Jason Lee was right. Like, he was right. He was right. And of course, Cam deflected and felt like, oh no, like, you know, I provide for my kids, but financially, but are you really there for them emotionally for those kids? Probably not. Are you really showing up as a guide for those kids? Like, let's use the example of a Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is not only providing for those kids, but he's also raising and guiding those kids. So he's not just a dad, he's a father. And it's sad that a lot of these men don't know the difference. So, and honestly, the way I see it is you may meet a man and he may be a husband, but he would be a horrible father. You may meet a man, he wouldn't be a good husband and he wouldn't be a good father. So you really have to discern and assess every man, because I'm telling you, not all of them are father material and not all of them are husband material. Some of them are just for the streets. And Cam Newton, he's for the streets. We all know that though. He's for the streets. Okay, because there's a big difference. So I don't think Cam knows the difference. But Russell Wilson, like I said, he's a good example of a father, not just a dad that gives financial support. Like, he's a father. You could tell he has conversations with Future, baby Future. You could tell he talks to him, he helps him, he guides him. He's not just there dishing out money. There is a difference. So that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to come on here and do this video. Oh, also, how do y'all feel about Rihanna saying this in her Vogue interview? I think it was Vogue.
It's gonna sound hypocritical, but shit. Because I did so much shit in my life. I had my nipples out, I had my panties out. But now those are the things, like, I guess as a mom and like an evolved young lady, young, emphasis on young, there's just things that I just feel like I would never do, or I'm just like, oh my God, I really did that? Nips out. It's gonna sound hypocritical, but shit. Because I did so much shit in my life. I had my nipples out, I had my panties out. But now those are the things, like, I guess as a mom and like an evolved young lady.
Y'all can't hear what she's saying? Let me see. Because it's TikTok. Let me see if I could go to a different screen. So I think I saved this. Okay, let's try this one. I was shocked to hear this from her.
It's gonna sound hypocritical, but because I did so much in my life. I had my nipples out, I had my panties out. But now those are the things, like, I guess as a mom and like an evolved young lady, young, emphasis on young, there's just things that I just feel like I would never do, or I'm just like, oh my God, I really did that? Nips out. Or it's gonna sound hypocritical, but because I did so much in my life. I had my nipples out, I had my panties out. But now those are the things, like, I guess as a mom and like an evolved young lady, young, emphasis on young, there's just things that I just feel like I would never do, or I'm just like, oh my God, I really did that? Nips out. Or it's gonna sound hypocritical, but
I like to see it. I like to see the growth, honestly. I like to see the growth. I respect it. You know, she had her fun. She was young. She enjoyed her life, her younger years. She did what she wanted to do. And now that she's a mom, she's taking on motherhood. And this is how she's taking on motherhood as a young lady. So I like it. I like it. I'm here for it. but I did find it to be interesting because Rihanna was wild. She was wild out here in these streets. But I like how she was real about it. Like, she was like, yeah, I did this and yeah, I did that. But now that I'm a mom, this is what I'm doing. And it may sound hypocritical, but this is just me being me, you know, growing. So that's all that I have regarding this video. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if there's something else that you want to talk about, because I just feel like you want me to talk about, because I feel like I've missed so much since I've been gone. So let me know if there's something else that you want me to give my opinion on. Comment down below, give the video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one.